And that's what happens when you don't bring your tripod and you just set your phone up at the range and it falls over. What's up, guys? It's been a long time since I posted any content. Been super busy the past couple years, but I recently acquired this and I wanted to give you my quick first impressions, the good, the bad, and the ugly, according to my opinion. So I was recently in the market for a longer barreled rifle. I looked in my safe and realized the only thing I had in there was a 10.5 and a 10.3 AR. Wanted something a little bit longer, so decided to see what was new out there, and Sig just recently released this. This is their, like I said, M400 SDI X Series. If you're familiar with the X Series in the Sig line, it's traditionally been in the pistols. It's kind of their lighter weight, different features, you know, I don't know if you want to call it necessarily custom, but it's just kind of their in-house different series in the P320 series, and I think the 365. So they came out with an AR platform in the X series, and I thought, what the heck, I'll give it a try. I've never bought an AR completely built before, so that's a lie. I bought an MR556 a couple years ago, but typically I just piece them together. So picked this up this week, went to the range yesterday. Put a couple hundred rounds through it. I'll kind of give you my impressions and then some things I don't like, the good, the bad, the ugly, and you can agree or disagree, or you know, post comments. So real quick, what do we got here? From the back, it comes with the Magpul SL stock. Originally, I didn't think I was really going to like it because it kind of looks like a boot, but it's lightweight, and I think I'll keep it for now because, you know, I really don't mind it. It doesn't come with any sights or optics, just like a lot of platforms don't. You kind of got to do your own thing. But, you know, that is what it is. The upper, I guess we'll go there. It's got kind of some kind of customized, I don't know, it's real blocky. It's not your normal mil-spec style, you know, upper lower. The handguard, which we'll get into later, it's lightweight, it's slim, it's small. It's got full Picatinny across the top, which is the first time in the M400 line, I think, with like the tread and the snake bite and the other ones. I think they kind of only have Picatinny rail up here, and then this is blank. So that's kind of cool that they put that there. The barrel, Sig doesn't list a lot of specs on the barrel on their website, but the barrel, it's 16-inch mid-length gas system and 1-in-7 twist. I couldn't find whether it's, you know, chrome lined or high pressure tested, magnetic particle inspected. Doesn't really say. I'm pretty sure it's chrome lined at least though. And then on the end, it comes with their combination muzzle device. So it's a combination of a flash hider and a compensator. So it's got some compensator ports up here. Whether or not it works, I would have to kind of shoot it back to back with like maybe a 16-inch with a birdcage flash hider or something on it, or a different type of compensator. It seemed to do okay. I don't know, I wasn't overly impressed by it. My 10.5-inch pistol that has the battle comp on it, that thing seems to handle recoil better, you know, or mitigate muzzle flip better than this, but I don't know, it's just my opinion. The lower receiver is really where they kind of made some changes. So in my opinion, this is kind of like their MCX line and their M400 line kind of had a baby or something, because they moved features from that into this. So you've got, it's fully ambidextrous. You've got ambidextrous safety there and there. You've got ambidextrous bolt catch and release right here, which is nice. And you've got ambidextrous mag release, and it's the big mag release, not necessarily mil spec. It's the bigger one like that's on their other MCX line. And then you've got a mag release here on that side. And then ambidextrous charging handle, which in my opinion, the wings on this are a little too big. I would prefer them to be a little smaller, but that's just my preference. And then on the trigger, they have what they're calling, I think it's like their hybrid match, or they call it something, I forget what it's called online, but I think they say it's a 4 to 6 pound pull. It's a 2-stage trigger, and it's not that bad. As you can see, it's got the take up on it is really short. It's kind of, it hits a wall, and then it's kind of a pretty crisp break, and the reset, I don't know if you can really short reset, and then again, short little one hits a wall, crisp break. So it's not that bad. So overall, for the features you get with this, you get a fully ambidextrous platform, flared magwell. It's not bad for, I think I paid a little over $1,200 for it, or maybe almost $1,300. Picked it up locally. Now, oh yeah, the grip. It's a Sig design grip. It's not bad, pretty good stippling, and it has a compartment in here, down here, which you can store batteries, earplugs, whatever else you want. It's okay. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass to get the bottom of the compartment out. Like, as you can see, I can't get it out. When it comes out, store stuff in there. So that's cool. I'll keep it for now. And it does come with a 30 round Gen 3 PMag, which is cool. Now, what did I put on this? So for backup iron sights, I decided to go try the Magpul M-Bus Pros. I've never used them before. Typically I'll run Troy backups, but for reasons you probably know, I decided to try something different. And these are okay. My only little complaint with them is that they don't lock up like the Troys where you have to push them button to release them. But it's pretty positive, up and down. Threw a Surefire light on here, aim point comp M5, and a BCM forward grip here. I like an angle forward, and then some Magpul heat shield, or heat, heat guards, whatever. Other than that, it's pretty good to go. For if you're wondering what the lettering and stuff looks like, as you can see here, it says Sig M400 SDI up top. This portion here is deeply engraved like you would find on a lower receiver, and then it's either laser engraved or color filled. And then the X is just a light, looks like light laser engraving. It's not very deep. But if you're curious, that's what that is. And it comes in your standard Sig cardboard box with the styrofoam, just like my my Rattler came, with the spare mag, some documentation, and one of those loop lock things that everyone just throws away. So the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I would say the good is that for the price, which I think I paid $12.50 or $12.99 locally. For the price point, you get a full featured rifle. I mean, you get M-Lock, Picatinny rail, flash hider and comp, fully ambidextrous, done very nicely. A nice trigger, and not just a standard mil-spec trigger. You get nice Magpul furniture, a 30 round mag that comes with it, and the Sig grip is actually fairly comfortable. So for the price point, I think, my opinion, when you get ambidextrous charging handle, my opinion is that's the good. The bad is, I would say, as part of Sig's X line, they lightened things. So what they did is they actually milled out areas of the lower, here by the fire control group, on this side, milled out areas here, which is fine. I think that's cool. But the bad is that if you look at it in the light, you can see some tooling marks, which not that big of a deal. It's a tool. It's going to get banged up. I'll probably rattle can this at some point, so no big deal. But I also saw online on Sig's own website, someone reviewed this, or probably an early adopter like me, and they pointed that out too, that they could see tooling marks. So it's pretty consistent, probably. Not that big of a deal to me, but I thought I pointed out as a bad because there's really not that much bad. The ugly is this M-Lock rail. So I get what they tried to do. It's really slim. It's really lightweight. They have what they claim to be some sort of proprietary lockup technology in here that if you have aiming devices, they'll hold zero. The ugly, though, to me is, and this is my first M-Lock rail. I've typically only had Picatinny, or I had a key mod rail back in the day. I guess my Rattler had M-Lock, but whatever. The ugly is that these sections, when you use, say, industry standard M-Lock stuff like Magpul, I have a piece of Magpul pick rail here holding this on. BCM, this is M-Lock. And then I have a QD Magpul sling swivel or mount, QD mount there. The bolt length for these, thankfully I dry fit things before I actually started cranking them down, because the barrel looks like it's thicker back here and it tapers down. Up front, this pick section, when I got it in, there's very little clearance between the screws and the barrel. As you move back, I couldn't get this on because I couldn't get the screws in before they hit the barrel. And back here, there's no way I could get this on because the screws would just hit the barrel. So in order to get any of this to work on the M-lock sections up here, I needed to put washers down here, a couple small washers, which brought the bolt length down, and I have plenty of clearance now. And then these screws here, I had to take a Dremel and take about maybe a little over 1/16 of an inch off or more. And now there's plenty of clearance back there. I'm not worried about it. And even though I had some clearance up here on this Picatinny section, I pulled them back out again and took another 1/16 of an inch off, and now there's plenty of clearance between those. So that was kind of like a WTF moment. Like, are we beta testing for Sig? Like, why? They wouldn't think. I mean, M-lock's kind of a standard now. Why wouldn't they, why wouldn't they try other people's parts to, ensure that they fit? So, like I said, this is my first real M-lock AR rail. Maybe other manufacturers have the same problem, but it was a little bit annoying that, I had to play handyman and, cut down screws in order to make parts fit. But other than that, I'm really happy with the rifle. Like I said, I put several hundred rounds through it yesterday, sighted in the aim point, co-witnessed the iron sights, and then just sat there and did mag dumps, tried to do some precision shooting on bench rest, and it was a joy to shoot. Everything worked, no problems at all. I decided to do this video because I didn't see any reviews or anything online or first impressions. The only thing I saw on YouTube was just the video that Sig put out when they were kind of releasing the rifle like a week or so ago as of this filming. So I thought I would throw it out there. Would I recommend this if someone was asking? I would, with the caveats like be prepared to dork around with your M-lock stuff, and that may be a deal breaker for someone. For me, I kind of tinker with stuff anyway, so wasn't that big of a deal. But I wanted to get that out there as kind of a warning if you're buying this, to watch out for that. I don't know, maybe people have had similar problems with their tread line and other slim M-lock handguards. Comment below if you have or not. But other than that, pretty happy with the purchase. The other thing that I would say was a bad is there's some up here on the front, like you could see where they didn't completely maybe flushly clean up and mill out where the mold for the forging or whatever was, but it doesn't look that bad. It kind of almost looks like it's supposed to be there, but you can tell maybe they should have cleaned it up more. So again, I think we've probably seen over the years Sig has some potential QA issues, but I wanted to try this out and test it. Overall, I'm not too worried about it. But if you're picky, those things may bother you. Other than that, it's a pretty cool rifle. It shot really nice. It's pretty cool that it comes with all those features. So I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments. If any of this stuff would be a deal breaker for you or not. But ultimately, I really like that they took the features kind of from the MCX line and are putting them into their AR pattern rifles. It's pretty lightweight. I think they say it weighs around 7 pounds. I haven't weighed it, but even with all this crap I bolted on it, it's still really light. It's probably as light or lighter than my 10.5-inch pistol that has E-Attack and light and a brace on the back and all that crap. It's a pretty piggy guy. So overall, I'm pretty happy with it so far, but if anything goes wrong, I'll definitely let you know. Anyway, if you're interested, like, follow, check out the Instagram page. I try to post more over there, Sasquatch.Mountain.project. So anyway, have a great day. See everybody soon.